Hello everyone, welcome back. Good day according to your time. Una no see the rain wey be say they want draw so for Nigeria, eh? Who shall bribe? You no leave your head for house. No. Who no show bribe? You no still leave your head for house. And who no go vote? You no leave your head for house. And who go vote? You no leave your head for house. Now be say all of them they dey for inside the same Nigeria, and Nigeria the president. Now no where for carry them, so he carry them for where they call pum pum pum. He dey president for them. Because why? All these people wey be say, all these people wey dey work for those places, all these small hungry people, some of them wey be say they be hungry people wey dem give money, wey dem want to sell their own grandchildren future. They no even consider their own children, not to talk less of the grand one wey dem want to sell am. So the rain wey go beat them, e go beat the same person wey be say e do the right thing. Why am I saying this, my people? First of all, abeg una not forget to subscribe to this YouTube and follow my page. Why they talk like this? Those of them wey talk say they no support and they go support, I repeat, everybody go dey the same category, because it is good for you to always say the truth. It's not a cause. Stand by the truth. There is never a place where be say, or never a time where be say Nigeria youths they sleep voting points till daybreak. They sleep voting points till 3 o'clock in the midnight, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the midnight, just for them to render their votes. That is how determined, how concrete, how ready the Nigeria youth are. And nobody this time around will play with that fact. Because if they play with that fact, you people should go and mark today's dates. It will not be easy for anybody. Because so people will be say that they pay now, wait till I don't know be say. When rice go increase, una go buy rice, so poor man go stay buy rice. If una not do the right thing, the kind God we want punish una, because devil not go punish una. The kind God we want punish una, you they do exercise, because the wrong one go run for Nigeria. Yesterday, Ukraine celebrate day before yesterday night be because now Monday again. Okay, because 99th now we day for year. They celebrate 1 year. 1 year of invasion. 1 year we be say Russia take enter Ukraine. And we then talk how many people we be say don't go. How many people we be say don't go when they talk? Me we be say I not be Russia, I not be Ukraine person. And I know to get good experience with the Ukraine workers who with the guy that they work. But I cried listening to it myself because I'm a human. I cried. Then I will tell you that it's not something you should toy with. Because Nigeria cannot continue to live in this while our parents, because whenever I think all these things, you know how many people don't leave their house for Ukraine? They don't even know waiting be the future of their children. There is nothing somebody will give you. There is no place like home. We too, we want to be coming back to Nigeria to enjoy our life also there.
Hi, Tokumbo.
Hello, Steve. Good morning.
Good morning. What's Magodo looking like? Which part of Magodo are you?
I'm on a street called Tokumbo Macaulay. Is the zone known as the Southwest zone, right inside Magodo. If you are familiar with Magodo, you know they are in zones. This is one of the biggest zones, or if not the biggest in Magodo. About 800 voters were expected to come out here and vote yesterday. The exercise actually started, about noon yesterday, but it ran all through the night. And what you see behind me are people who have voted, who have listened to the INEC officials announce the results. But what is going on is the attempt to actually upload the results onto the INEC server, and that has been some kind of issue here between the people who have the voters and the officials who are actually having difficulty, and they made an attempt to actually leave this place saying already they are declared the results. But the people are insisting that the results be uploaded onto the server. So, the way it should be done, the way it's stipulated by the electoral umpire. So that is what is going on. The people are trying to still do it manually and still make an attempt to upload the results. That's where we are, Steve. One of the voters are determined to stay here and monitor the process.
Stay here, even if it's till evening, 48 hours, we'll do it. We'll stay here with them.
Okay, now thank you very much for sharing your experience with us here. Steve, that's Fina, one of the voters here who has been here all day, all night, and she's prepared to continue waiting here until, according to her, the right thing is done by the officials who are presiding over the process here today.
All right, Tokumbo, I understand that there were some people there, or they started even voting, they were voting till late. I understand some people voted at 10 p.m. at night. Can you confirm if those voters slept there overnight as well?
I didn't get your question. Could you take that again, please?
I was asking if those voters slept there overnight. I understand the voting did not stop until late at night. Some people were even voting till about 10 p.m. at night. Is that correct?
I mean, it's even extended beyond 10 p.m. From what I gathered from the people here, voting actually stopped here at about 3 a.m. This in the early hours of Sunday. So, I mean, somebody like Fina and majority of those you see behind me hanging around here stayed overnight here monitoring the process.
Right, Tokumbo. I mean, part of what we also know is that voting actually ended there around 4 a.m., you know, and I know that area very well. What I need you to confirm to us is that did the INEC officials sleep over, or they left and returned in the morning, you know, to continue with the collation of the result? What is actually happening?
They stayed over.
They stayed over there?
They stayed over here, you know, yes, supervising the process. The only time they attempted to leave was when I think that it was rain. No, they didn't attempt to leave when it was raining. Actually, there was some kind of dispute. I think the owner of the tent behind me, where they set up, was threatening to pull down the tent so that people will go, but the people insisted that the tent be left alone. So eventually they moved beyond that point, and everybody stayed back. So they supervised the officials supervised the process and until the end. But after they declared the results and they announced it and were unable to upload it onto the server, they made an attempt to leave, but the people insisted that no, they won't leave until they are sure that the results are properly uploaded to the right channel.
All right.
Yeah. Go
Tokumbo, have you spoken with the INEC officials there? And what are they saying, you know, in regards to the difficulty in uploading those results?
No, they are not. We attempted talking to them. They're not willing to say anything to us. We're just observing the process. Some of them are even so unfriendly. Seeing our cameras rolling, we don't know. We understand that some of them may not be you know, the right persons to actually address the press, but at least interact with us. But they wouldn't even listen. They wouldn't even listen to any, respond to any questions to us. So what we've decided to do is just stay around here, observe what they are doing, so that we can give our report.
So do you have the final figure of how many people voted? Is it 500 or is it 800 that people claim were meant to be the number of accredited voters for that place? Yeah. How many people in all? Just
a little above 500. Just a little above 500 voters voted here, because we learned that some of the people who, after waiting for so long, had to actually go back to their homes and they never returned to the polling unit to cast their votes. I guess they got so frustrated because what we gathered was the process was dragging for too long, and some of them were unable to continue waiting, so they left. So just a little about 500 people voted here.
So the lady you spoke to said that they had the result. Will what the INEC will announce later, I'm sure that's what they are trying to collate, Will it be different from what the lady claimed that they recorded themselves, you know, with the INEC officials who she claimed were not recording anything?
No, Steve, it may not be, of course, like it is. Every other voter here. I wasn't here when the result was being declared. I must let you know that. But even if I was here and I have the result myself, it's not it's not within our powers to actually declare the results. Say what the results are. People have their results. The agents too have their results. The INEC officials too have the results. But the right thing that the people are insisting should be done is that the results be properly uploaded onto the INEC server. Of course, if that does not happen, the results that each and every one of them here has will be tendered later for everybody to see. So that is the situation for now. Everybody, INEC officials, party agents, and the voters themselves, all of them have the results because the results were declared publicly to the hearing of everybody.
All right. We will stay with you at Tokunbo, and hopefully everything will be resolved sooner than later. And I also wanted to ask you, how many of those beavers machines do you see there at that particular location, really quickly before you leave?
No, I can't tell you about beavers machines now because, of course, we've moved beyond what the beavers machines
Yes.
Are doing now to just the human activities of computing the results and uploading the results. So I didn't, I wasn't here when the voting started, so I wasn't really particular about the beavers machine because there was not much complaint about the malfunctioning or otherwise of the machines here. I think what the people have been particular about has been the human factor here. What I even gathered was, instead of accrediting and allowing the voter to vote immediately, they were first accredited and they joined another queue to vote subsequently, which was not the case in most of the other voting units that we have been to, and reports that we've been getting from other parts of the country where people actually went out to vote.
All right, Tokunbo, thank you very much for your reporting. Voters in Buari Area Council in outskirts of
In Buari Area Council, outskirts of Abuja, many voters turn out in large numbers to vote for the presidential and National Assembly elections, but they experienced several delays. Despite the peaceful atmosphere